Because that would
Me
be
too.
entertaining.
You're
to
right.
watch
I'm
on
on
live
that
stream.
Okay, crazy stuff.
So I was like, you know, can you take this one first and run by more? Yeah, it's like $2.
Did you play?
So I go to the club to get
Well, it's actually, I first had one of the other math teachers play, lost their guitar, and she sang.
Oh, okay.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like the tree that's growing by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like the tree that's growing by the water. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for freedom. We shall not be moved. We're fighting for freedom. We shall not be moved. Just like the tree that's growing by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's growing by the water.
Can she pet the dog?
We shall not be moved.
Well, I'm glad you asked me, but it's not my
She said it's okay. You can pet him.
It's okay.
Come over here, come on.
Yeah, it's good
Say
to
hi.
ask first.
Say hi, Papa. Say hi. Oh.
He likes you.
Oh.
Is it a girl?
I don't know.
Yeah, he probably does smell your dog. Oh. Yeah, he is. It's okay, Papa.
Aww. Don't let him get your ice cream though.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, Papa. Okay, good boy.
She's so cute.
Okay, come and lay down now. Lay back down. Lay back down.
I see my life ocean.
I thought it said happy birthday to you. I thought that name was happy birthday to you.
Happy for you too.
I always read everything wrong.
Is it your birthday?
No, look at this person's name. I thought it said happy birthday to you. Oh. That's how dyslexic I am.
Pretty much. I pretty much.
The mask must be really nice. How much of your head does it need? Most of it. I was thinking it covered your whole head.
Okay, Papa.
She likes it so hard. You like it?
People do. They want you to be quiet.
Okay,
I see my life ocean from western to
No, come on, no. Come on.
Yeah, he wants it. He can't have it though. Because it's your ice cream.
White House spokesperson.
I'm just afraid of who will come in this charge.
Who's Joel?
Will have to.
Joel is here.
Hi, Joel.
Okay.
One of those.
I got your message, thank you.
Yeah.
And I went to where you started from, but I was about 15 minutes late by the time I get over here, and I didn't proceed far enough down Lake. I thought I'd see your procession, maybe I didn't get this far down. So I went over down Colorado to check the address. But I ended up getting involved in a long conversation with somebody who didn't remember who Bradley Manning was. So,
So you did you're working, right? That's awesome.
yeah,
There's been a lot of conversations today.
Is that the Popo over there?
Where?
somebody who is interested in
I don't know. Let's
No, he's just a meter guy or some sort. He's
oh.
got like a weird meter.
But he walks like one, huh?
Yeah. Came up earlier. What does it say? What? Oh, the meter guy.
He walks like a cop though, doesn't he?
Well, it's the start. He starts like that, and then from there, might get like a security job and then become a cop.
Yeah, real like humanitarians love dogs.
Yes.
Tell the humanitarians.
No, I
Just sing that song when I was a kid
Yeah.
in the church.
What?
A lot of my life in a jail cell.
And a whole month free. And a whole month free.
for English. I had a friend who immigrated here from Peru. I'd learned the song just to be able to sing it, but I didn't know what some of the words meant. I just learned it phonetically, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that fellow had to tell me what I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
But he said, what do you mean? It's a children's song.
Yeah.
And,
What is your what's your name?
oh, Cindy?
Cindy.
We used
Awesome.
to sing that song in church when I was a kid.
Yeah, I know a lot of the kids in school know it now, too. And it was the song of the United Farm Workers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I figured out an English equivalent. So,
Come on, one time.
he's not going to get it.
On! On!
Probably frighten him.
So I'll start singing There's a parking garage in the back of this. No, there's a parking garage. Oh no, I just want to go make some noise in there real quick. I'll be black. Y'all speak it right here.
Where's he going?
He wanted to go make the noise, I think, in the parking garage. Maybe because it echoes.
What's the echo?
Probably.
Is a tide burns all people that is like a silver strand, and it crosses every ocean and it reaches every night. It's a war beyond broken when it's down throughout the sky. On for justice and all those who between us, and we'll give each other a heart. The circle, the unbroken will
He was, yeah. So, do you have any suggestions for gluten-free vegetarian food that I can cook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look into like Mediterranean dishes. There's a lot of like all vegetable
Yeah.
stuff, like plants and squash if you're into that kind of thing.
He's vegetarian, gluten-free. We're not having gluten in my house. So, how are we gonna eat?
The counters in here.
How are we gonna eat? Huh? Eggs are fine. He eats eggs and cheese. Not a lot of cheese though.
Goat cheese is good.
Goat cheese? Yeah. I'm gonna make some French fries. I think I already promised I was gonna make some French fries with bell peppers. Oh my god. I'm gonna make some beans too. I love beans.
I'll do you a history lesson.
All right.
I'm 93 years old,
Okay.
and I was born the year women got the vote.
Wow.
And I was in my teens when FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, was president, and things were marvelous from about 1932 till about 1960. And my husband was in World War II, and after the war, I bought a swell Pasadena house, 30-year loan, 3% interest Calvet loan, and everybody went to school. Before the war, men didn't even have high school educations, and after the war, everybody went to school on the GI Bill of Rights, and that's how we got a well-educated populace, which is now getting dumber and dumber and dumber, but it was well-educated for a while.
Wow.
And let's see, and then I kind of did the Vietnam War.
How much was the house?
You know what, 20,000. But you know what, it was 4 times my husband's salary, you know, I counted it. And now 4 times would be 250,000, you know, because now it's worth $1 million, $1.5 million.
We're here protesting.
Wow, $20,000 house is worth $1.5 million. That's craziness.
Well,
Wow.
yeah.
What year did you buy the house?
Remember salaries go, because when I bought it, 4 times my husband's salary, 4 times 5,000. So 5,000 is to 250,000. I don't know, it's a lot.
Oh, okay. There's been a lot of inflation.
Yeah. So, and I've lived there for 55 years.
So lazy.
So I don't move around like
They
people are
just wrote
supposed
on
to move
carve
around.
it.
I think it's better to stay,
Right. All my family's
especially in Pasadena.
Right. All my family's in California, which is nice.
Oh, that's terrible. Do you see that sign?
So every Thanksgiving we all get together because we're all here. So,
Pasadena is so lovely.
okay, I remember my parents. My mother was English, and she came over when she was about 2 years old. She had a 3rd grade education. She delivered hats in San Francisco when she was sort of 8 or something. She was sort of a foster child. She worked in a laundry from the time she was 14 to 18. Okay, that's poverty. Okay, my father was a baker by trade, and he came over with $100. Okay, My mother opened a dry goods store in about 1910, and it was called Thiessen and Wagel, which is kind of interesting because women were, her name was Thiessen, and I think they, lady, well, for instance, my birth certificate says father merchant, mother housewife, but she did the dry goods store. Anyway, they sold before the Depression and moved to the country to retire. And anyway, my family now owns 3,500 acres of land in northern California. So that's the American dream. Which I think is just, is going. So that's my history.
Yay!
Now, I was thinking when we had the Great Depression before, more people had access to the land, more people had skills that would enable them to cultivate what they needed. Now, they're largely monopolized. You've got corporate control over the bulk of the farmland. And small farmers, I mean, there's been some increase, but during the 80s, I know that there was an effort to just like push people off the land and make extensions of corporate farms. So it's a scary proposition that we are dependent. Yes, and when the agricultural practices that are most prevalent won't allow for sustained yield down the line, the soil's fertility is going to diminish. They're tainting the water everybody's dependent on. You're going to have a big...
Another thing I'm against is fracking.
Oh, right.
They had a little like camera.
And it also does earthquakes. There's enough earthquakes in California.
Well, they're having earthquakes where they never have them. No record of any earthquakes. So they're small, but it looks as though destroying what was keeping like a solid structure underfoot and having it so you can have
What
pavement.
tells me, this is our nest, and we're busting it all up, and we can't go on forever.
Katrina got them?
When we finally destroyed our nest. Woo! You know what's funny? We talk about species. That species died out. That species died out. We also are a species. With nobody, we seem to think that we're not a species.
George just doesn't care about anybody.
No, he doesn't.
He only cares about people with money.
But does Obama care
And he
about
only
black
cares
people?
about those people with money because he wants their money.
Half.
Huh? I don't know. I don't think Obama cares about black people. Do you think Obama cares about? I don't think Obama gives a shit about black people.
I don't give a shit about white people either.
Well, but that's true too.
Was that Romney who said black people? And he's like, no, that's a black people.
Was it wrong?
Obama's not black.
He's Hawaiian.
He is Hawaiian.
What time is it?
2:56.
It's time for you to get a watch.
I'm checking my mailbox every day. Where's my watch?
I know what happened to my watch. It broke.
It broke?
That's because the Chicago police.
I ordered a watch from eBay for $1. It was $1 for the watch, right? And I checked, it said they shipped it, I never got it.
He can't read.
Who can't read?
Kids.
Obama's a runner.
That's true.
So even the signs say for war.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm gonna lock the door. I'm tired.
Now, half of all their countries
late.
relies on solar. And every 8 minutes, the sun supplies as much energy as we consume.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Wait.
Come on, go the other way.
Right, they didn't have the civilization.
There we go.
They make it so.
Right.
I mean, now I'm going to all like cycling, just looking around.
Get a room, you two.
Get a tent.
That's what my
Come sleep in my tent tonight. It's 3 o'clock in
lady
the
lives
morning.
where I
Shut the
live.
fuck up.
This lady who lives where I live, she's so crazy. One day she goes, you and Kuma can do whatever you do in your bed. And I was like, what's that supposed to mean? She's so crazy. She's a crazy lady, I'll tell you. I mean, just because you ain't getting any, don't think I'm getting some too. Or just, how did I say it? I go, just because you ain't getting any. No, how did I say it? I can't remember how I answered that. Oh shit, there's a dog catcher? They might not come to my freaking dog. Is that a dog catcher?
Animal control.
He stopped.
I had one on this finger.
You're like, fuck the protest. I'm saving my dog's life.
That's right. I was walking over there. So you don't have tags?
How come?
I just haven't got it.
What's that?
He's parking. So he's got 4 vehicles.
Who's parking? Leaving or come back or?
I don't know. Let's see. I'll probably leave. So I got a long way to walk anyways.
Were you aware there's a protest
You're gonna
So
be
somebody here must have called.
on Wednesday?
Called what?
morning at 10
No, I
o'clock
don't
in
think so.
front
It's
of
kinda
the
like-
Central Prison in LA?
Oh, I think I heard about something.
I think I'll set it under the tripod.
Is that one? Oh, donuts and cookies.
You said one of them. I'm gonna start walking.
Wait, you know, right when you said you never saw it,
We are the 99%.
in less than a minute.
I thought it was just a random lady walking down the street with a guitar. I'm like, hey, are you here to play for us?
We'll tell them about Rally.
You guys can have my cookies.
Cool.
Bye,
I can
Ronnie.
eat your cookies? Alright. Bye. You'll be at the GA, right? See you then.
So it appears that the animal control guy actually was here for Kuma.
Really?
Yeah, look at he as soon as Ronnie took off, he turned around and went back. All right, guys, save Kuma, save Kuma, save Kuma, save Kuma. Huh?
You guys are taking the cookies.
We can't take the cookies. He doesn't eat cookies. I don't eat cookies.
You guys going GA?
No, I don't know if I'm going to GA. I'm not gonna promise to go to GA.
Really?
Huh?
I'm gonna walk.
You gonna what?
Walk
Walk where?
to the GA.
Really?
Yeah, I wanna go.
Yeah?
I wanna go.
Take the train.
Take the what?
The train.
I could. I don't know. Can I take the train?
But wait,
I
go
don't
to
know.
the Union Station and walk from Union Station.
She's driving back to her house.
Yeah, Little Tokyo. No.
Why don't I just go all the way? Why don't I just?
line.
Why don't I just go all
Little
the?
Tokyo is right next to City.
I don't wanna go to GA because I don't wanna pay for parking.
You don't have to go for
How would I park? Well,
You
if
have a
I
parking spot.
have a parking spot?
You have a place for you always park. GA is not until tonight.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Will you walk with me all the way from there?
Obviously.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a long walk.
Not really. We've walked that walk plenty of times before, haven't we?
Alright, you talk me into it.
You know what I read though about the army that was funny? Some soldiers went over there.
I have my own personal parking spot.
You do.
Somewhere only we know.
Carlos knows because he doesn't know how to get there.
He doesn't like it?
He doesn't know how to get there.
Oh.
I'm gonna go throw this away. I was in Louisiana. That's where I'm from. Both of my parents died in Hurricane Katrina. I sat on my roof for 16 days waiting for the government.
Pics or lies?
What?
I said pics or lies.
Who's Pixar?
The pics or lies.
Pixar lies?
Yeah, pictures.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say that they sent in mercenaries. The Blackwater forces were there aiming their weaponry at people who were stuck in, no evacuation effort had been provided in time own
They
devices.
blocked off the bridge so we couldn't get away. They blocked off all the exits so we couldn't get out.
Yeah.
They just wanted to kill all the poor people. That's what their goal was.
Well, and then they piped a lot of them into places like Utah.
Yeah.
and,
Who blocked the
rural
bridges?
Missouri.
The government
Put 'em in,
did.
Like,
The police did. So the people with Hurricane Katrina, so the people in Louisiana couldn't get to safety.
Really? I didn't know that.
And before the water rushed in, they
They're
blew up the
close
levee.
to Obama's war criminal.
What he says was, you should leave people alone, now take care of each other.
Go around to the back. That's what he said.
10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Obama's a war criminal, though. He's admitted to predator drones killing innocent kids. Kids your age, or the age of your kids.
Your president
He's
is an
not
asshole.
Doesn't care about you.
He only cares about Goldman Sachs.
He just cares about what's in your wallet.
You don't have enough money for him to care about you.
It's our presidents we love.
It's like a religion. It really is. It's like Santa Claus. Like I believed in Santa Claus when I was 6, but then when I was 8, I realized Santa Claus was a little different than what I thought it was. And it's the same thing with Obama, you know.
My dad told me there was no Santa Claus.
My mom told me that anyone who gives a gift to Santa Claus. So she never lied to me ever.
Oh, cool! He gave you guys water.
Oh. I need a sip.
Good.
Open it, please.
You can't take that on a plane, I mean, really.
Need some water? Did you need some water?
No, he just gave the bottle.
No, I meant, did you need water?
The security guard who was an occupier gave us water. That was sweet. He sneaked it out really quick when no one was looking. That was really sweet.
You should step outside.
Don't just walk.
Does anybody else want some water? Water?
Maybe this time.
Yeah. Thank you. I can't hold it still.
Is security by something like this?
I'm not sure. Probably worried about some crazies coming in here.
Security every place, what are they afraid of?
The truth?
Donating for the Bradley Manning?
Sure.
You wanted your donation? Huh? No, I didn't know what he wanted it. Oh, that'd be
I'll gladly take it. I need to buy something to eat. Later.
Thank you. Coffee. I just read a very good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, you know, he's
published it in the library. A book about him that's very interesting.
Was it Denver next one?
Yes.
Yeah, I read that one.
What do they like it?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I think he didn't take sides.
Yeah, it was.
You know.
Well, I think he let people have an awareness that they weren't going to get otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, give it if he's done what he's accused of, he's a hero.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, this is the type, you know, it's like 100 years later we talk about the Holocaust of what he should have done. And he did. He may be human. He may have his frailties, but we needed to know.
Yeah.
We needed to know.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody a little bit ago. I said, you know, what probably was most noted of what came out of that cache secret documents, or you know, even video, was that what they called collateral murder, and that was that they were targeting civilians. They claimed that somebody in the press was carrying a camera. They mistook it for a gun, was their explanation. But they killed everybody surrounding them.
They killed a couple of international press too.
Nothing's swept under the table anymore. Well, it shouldn't be. Well, that's why there's so much anger and a quest for vengeance against Bradley Manning, because they want it to stay under the rug, and it's not. The information is available to us now, and that they can't do the same skullduggery in the light of day.
No, I mean, they've done terrible things. I have to read memoirs. Have any of you guys heard about the Behind Faith?
Yes, I have.
Okay, Baha'u'llah suffered in chains, 200-pound chains, to release man from oppression. Now, that sounds very fundamentalist. I don't mean it that way, but I believe in the oneness of humankind, and that the next 1,000 years will be establishment of justice and the unity of mankind. So I gave you my money, and I gave you a little bit of a mission lecture, but I'm only sharing.
Well, that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's appreciate it.
Thank you for
So the
sharing.
book is good though. It should awaken people.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, it doesn't take sides, but the intelligent reader will go.
Well, what
I
side
don't know
is
about
that?
Julius Assange.
Well, I
He
think
seems another.
well, he made an avenue for that information to reach us.
Oh, absolutely.
And it would not have, it took both. It took Bradley Manning being in possession of it to turn it over, and it took a stratagem for making it so there would be an audience for it, getting it to a large number of people. Because as long as they can keep it to just a few, they can dismiss them as being nuts. But we've seen the image, and it was irrefutable. They're gunning down people on the street, and when interesting, the one soldier who came right after this slaughter.
I just wanted to say hi.
Two children who were
Oh,
wounded
crap, I
out of
forget
the
his
car.
name.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know on Facebook.
Well, anyhow,
And his commanding officer gave him a punishing.
No, what I'm streaming.
Whistleblowers are punished, and he was being razzed for trying to help those children.
They wanted to take him to the military hospital. They were told no, you have to take him to the Afghani hospital where they could have died there.
war is trying to, it doesn't work for me. Anyhow,
Was nice
more
talking
power
to
to you. Have good lunch or good Coca-Cola.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Everybody wants to give you a Coca-Cola.
Everybody wants to give me a Coca-Cola. Even the
A
cop
Coke
gave
and
me
a smile,
Coca-Cola.
yeah.
Yeah, when I went to jail Saturday, the cop that was trying to defend me, he was talking to the cop that arrested me. He was like, "You arrested the dude for flipping you off? What are you on your fucking period or something?"
He said that to the other cop?
Yeah, he said that to the cop that arrested me. And then he came out of the room, and then he unhandcuffed me, and he took the chain off from the bench and everything, and I was sitting there, not handcuffed to the bench or anything. I wasn't handcuffed at all. I had both arms free and moving. He was like, "Would you like something to drink?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Coke fine?" I was like, "Yeah." He went back into the place where he left me there by myself, went to the refrigerator.
Darted out the door?
He went to the refrigerator, got 2 Cokes, brought them back, gave me one, sat down with me and drank it with me. Like, we sat there and drank our Cokes and talked.
I started to say, I don't know if you heard, but on Wednesday in LA, that's 2 days from now, they're having a protest for the families of the incarcerated. Because, they're being traumatized with this too. Children, a lot of times they end up in foster care. It's almost like they're in prison because their parents have been apprehended for one thing or another. And so an effort to support the families of the incarcerated and the incarcerated as well. Because better than half of people in our jail system, their offense is self-medicating.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's probably 20% that were framed. They didn't do anything, but now that it's been...
I would have been surprised if that wasn't higher, actually, after seeing all the false allegations and false arrest and felony charges for misdemeanors, and there's so many things that I've seen in this past year.
I've had a chance to shake the hand of people that spent 18 years in prison falsely convicted.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are.
And it's there's not much as far as trying to have any restorative justice. If you've been falsely convicted, a lot of states say bye, and that's it. They don't even give you any compensation for the time that they've stolen from you. And they don't want to admit that they're wrong, so they make it very arduous to have an opportunity to prove your innocence.
I met a man who was charged with 180 years on prison time for killing 17 people that he had nothing to do with. He was 3 states away when these people were killed, and I actually met him and talked to him in person, and he got out. He did 10 years, and then they found out he was innocent, and they let him go, and he didn't get nothing.
Right.
I was like, wow, that's ridiculous. He was charged with 180 years.
Be white.
Be white, yeah.
But even there were occasionally
It is.
well, no, they occasionally throw a white person in to make it look like it's not complete bigotry. The moral is be rich, because then you're really eccentric.
I think they need. But here's a book. Michelle Alexander, The Second Jim Crow,
Yeah, the new
Mass
Jim Crow.
Incarceration, because everybody, we're putting people in prison for pot.
I know.
You know, it's just weird. Hey, but you know what? It's funny. The prisons get money. They want lots of prisoners to keep them. It's a sort of a business.
It is.
And
Wells
you
Fargo.
want a full prison.
They were making conditions, turning over public prisons to convert them to private with the condition that they could maintain 90% occupancy.
Right. I mean, because what good's an empty prison? Huh?
They're not
Yeah.
going to be able to rope in the same amount of money, and then the Constitution even allows them to use them as slaves, and they've been doing that since way back. And now it's gotten so extensive. They're paying these people sometimes be like 38 cents an hour, sometimes even less.
I was getting paid 4 cents an hour.
Really? They're doing things like
For what?
Digging.
Yeah, they're having to do things like
We were doing
make
landfills. We just had to dig holes in the ground so they could dump garbage, dump waste, and then we had to recover them. We were getting paid 4 cents an hour. Mind you, this is in the middle of Louisiana. This is in the hot, blistering sun, in the high humidity. We're in all black because that's what we had to wear, was black. We are hot. We are chained together. We can't move around. We have to carry these 40-pound shovels.
You know,
We're
in
digging.
Angola prison, it was a plantation before the Civil War. And now it was a plantation, has been converted into a prison. But a lot of corporations go in and having inmates do things like phone solicitations, reservations for airplanes and hotels, make furniture, so you know, they're stitching things, and they like it that these are workers that can't go on strike.
Yeah, we can't.
Overall, but although they managed to do it in Georgia, there's 6 different prisons in Georgia.
we get shot at
Really?
with rubber bullets.
Oh.
We get tear gas. We get beat the fuck up. They don't play. But if we decide we don't want to do something, they will hurt us.
Well, there was a book that I read a long time back, a part of it. It's called Carry Me Home. It was about Birmingham, Alabama. And I didn't know it until I heard this author speak about the leasing of inmates. And they were leased for the mines, and they were leased for agricultural production. And a lot of the land that was worked by these inmates had been plantations with work by slaves. Not that many years beforehand.
They're closed for today.
Sorry, we closed it.
Oh, good people love it.
And you know what happens to the people that die?
I know, guys, I'm the archive. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Out, you die.